Alright, I found a deal on another guitar. There's probably a reason why it was a deal. Now that I'm looking at this box right here, because there is no way that this probably did not get screwed up in shipping, being in a box this big. I'm sure it's a box within a box. But anyway, this is a Gear It. It's like a Telecaster style. Supposedly a semi-hollow. Claims it is ash tone wood. Has a P90 and a humbucker with a coil split. Rounded frets. I don't know about this one. Leave a comment if you think it's damaged. And don't change it. And we'll see if you're right. Anyway, I'm going to set this down and we'll tear into it. Alright. Supposedly there's a bunch of goodies in here too, like strap, cable, picks, and a tuner. But we all know it's going to be garbage. These are going for, I think, 91 bucks now. Like I said, it's a cheap guitar. Couldn't pass it up. Yep, box within a box. But you don't need this thing. You don't even need that. There's somebody at Amazon trying to get rid of boxes. Like, yeah, we'll send these to some customers. I know how we can get rid of them. No sense at all. And now I gotta find a way to get rid of that. Fragile. I don't care. Got a little bit of a tap down here. Means it might be all right. Maybe. I am wearing my lucky hat, so. Yeah, like I said, I was planning on doing some mods to this thing if it turns out to be halfway decent. Now, I'm not expecting it to be set up or anything like that at its price point. Okay, we get a gig bag. That's pretty cool. It is really not padded. You get a couple of foam strips, and they're expecting the gig bag to save it. That's not really that great. We get our Allen wrenches. This one looks like it's for the saddles, which I'm sure the screws are too long. They always do it. This is a truss rod. And we got cable. So premium cable. I bet that's got a bunch of ground wires. And a cheap strap. Cool. And some strings. Is a good thing. Here's that little clip-on tuner. Again, I'm not expecting any of this to be of quality at this price. If it works, it's a win, right? Ooh. It's got like a spot on the screen. Oh, the battery's right there. That's kind of weird. They stuck the battery on the side. Usually they put like a plastic cover in there and they just have the battery in it. Yeah, it's cheap. And it has 2 dots on the screen. I don't know if it's going to pick that up, but so you got banging around or something. Instruction manual. That's nice. It tells you what all the switch positions are, like what humbuckers or pickups they engage, like what setting. probably need to look at that when I'm shooting the demo if it works. Again, I have very low expectations for this. Looks like some thin picks. Cool. You like free stuff? Gig bag. It's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. I mean, it's got a little bit of padding. I've seen a lot worse, like the dust covers. It's better than one of those. Put that in the pile over here. It's got like a foam cover. What are we looking at here? Yeah, it looks cheap. You know what? Like a plastic nut. It's not flush. Alright, is it damaged? Holy crap. It is not. Really. I don't see any dings. Yeah, looking at it for about 2 seconds, and the bridge is not centered with the neck. Give it the old once over. What? No way. You're kidding. That is so crooked. They just slapped that in there. And why are the screws sticking out on this P90? The back of the neck is not finished. So one of these is a coil split. That's a coil split. Yep, knobs are cheap. What do you expect? Yep, switch is cheap. See how bad this bridge is. This thing is off. I'm betting the camera can pick this up. It's pretty off. See if you can notice that. It's over this way. Pretty bad. And then I don't know if this is a P90 thing, but it's got screws just sticking out. I thought that would be on the side to adjust them. Yeah. Which this is going to be a mod platform anyway. We're just looking to see if it's solid enough to actually do anything with. Those saddles are real cheap. I'll probably replace those. Those are garbage. It's like a piece of bent metal with 2 hex screws in it. Yeah, it's junk. Pickups are both crooked, which we'll probably replace those anyway. Get a idea of how far off this is. Oh my. That is a lot. 4 millimeters, 3 or 4 millimeters. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh dear. Yeah, this is definitely a modder. Again, I didn't pay a whole lot for it, so I wasn't expecting it to be, you know, really that great. Neck has a bow in it. You can probably fix that with a truss rod though. Instead of going this way. That's right, let me check the action. Action is not terrible, I've seen worse. And you can fix that just by adjusting these Allen screws. It's about 3 millimeters. I mean, what do you expect? It's not terrible. It's kind of heavy for a semi-hollow, but it is not a true semi-hollow. It just looks like this portion right here is hollowed out. That's some cheap wood, whatever that is. Looks like plywood to me, but I know they claim that they don't make guitars out of plywood, so that looks like plywood. At least the jack's not loose. The screws are in a little crooked. Yeah. So that's detuned. Hear that? I wonder if that's the polyester. They put the screws in for the pickup over the plastic, so that's nice. Yeah. Pretty sweet. Yeah, it was plastic. I don't know if you can condition this. It's got like a weird coating on it. Fronts are not bad. This one's a little off, but not by much. They're not bad. I mean, what do you expect in this price range? They don't cut you. Yeah, they don't cut you or anything. Got a half rock buzz I can really tell. So this is just another cheap tuner I got out of the pack. If it was junk. Set the home piece fell off of it. So I'll probably fast forward this. You guys don't want to hear me tune. Okay, that's close. There is a lot of buzz here. What the heck is going on here? Is the action too low up here? I might even have to adjust the truss rod just to be able to play this because of the next warp. Yeah. So out of the box, this is literally unplayable because of the warp neck. So I would not recommend this to new players unless you want to pay for a setup. Yeah. And that nut is not exactly flush. Looks like it may need ground down a little bit. Tuners were, they were okay. I mean, they're like an older style. Oh, what? No way. No way. That ain't how those are supposed to. There's no way that is. What? Check this out. What is that? The screw is in between the tuners. There's no way that's right. This one's crooked. I understand, you know, you have... Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, because normally there's like a nut here that retains the tuner. So, yeah, what is that about? Yeah, we're gonna have to look in. Oh man, just when you think you've seen everything. Honestly, yeah, they're crooked and yeah, it's a $90 guitar. You can you can tell on that note. I mean, they don't feel terrible, but you know, you gotta at least put them in straight and have some sort of hole on the tuner to mount it with. Wow, I've never seen a guitar like that. I bet you could probably pop those off. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Neck plate looks crooked. So, yeah, this is definitely off the table for a beginner guitar. Unless you want to do a setup. Now, for modding, that could be a different story. If you're just looking for something to try out mods, you know, like changing pickups on, changing knobs and switches, that could be a different story. Does it sound good? That's a good question. I'll probably get a video of that. I'm not expecting it to sound good. It can't possibly sound good, right? For $90. can't recommend it. I really can't. As like a modder that's just looking for something that you don't care about destroying, yeah, you can buy it and probably not have to worry about it. But for like a new player, no. Because, yeah, there's just too much wrong with the setup to really encourage a new player to play. You know, they get a guitar and it sounds like that. So the bridge is all buzzy and up here is buzzing. Oh my gosh. Oof. Ooh. It's bad. Yep. It's got that string crud on it. So I wouldn't even use the ones that they gave you as spares. Alright. Camera overheated. But, yeah. I guess I can check intonation real quick. It's going out of tune already. So I kind of got to speed this up because the camera's still hot. But put this in. Not terrible. I mean, it's off a little bit. Not terrible. I mean, it is off, but yeah. Say if your dad or your brother or something knows how to set up a guitar and you're just starting out and you're looking for something for your kid, you could probably go that route. Like, say if you don't really care about, you know, quality. But as straight up from experience, starting off with a guitar that's not set up and you don't know any better, that's not a good thing. So I wouldn't recommend it if you're just starting out on guitar, because it needs set up. But they do give you the Allen wrench for the truss rod, so you just adjust it through here, which is what I'm going to do here in a little bit. I don't really crank on that. It's, you know, minor increments. I'll probably adjust the saddles a little bit and plug it into an amp and see what it can do, I guess. That'll be in another video, but as far as modders, yeah. You know, if you're looking for something that you don't really care about destroying, so say if you put in some pickups and your solder job wasn't that great, or something like that, yeah, you can get away with, you know, buying one of these as like a practice guitar. I mean, it's not bad. It's not like I noticed any blemishes in the paint. You can tell it's cheap. Now the knob's a little crooked whenever you turn them. The switch is cheap. The coil tap, I'm sure this is going to be noisy. And I don't even know what the pickups sound like. So, yeah. So depending on what you want to change and experiment with, this could be for you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was kind of informative. I'm going to go ahead and start messing around with it a little bit and give you an update. Okay, not even gonna lie, it took me probably 20 minutes to adjust this truss rod to get it playable. It was pretty bad. And I didn't think I was going to be able to get it, but it's playable. It's not great, but I think I found the source of the buzzing. If you can see, there's no slots for the strings. They just kind of sit on top of a flat piece here. Like, I don't know what's the deal. Normally, there's a slot for your strings. So, yeah. I don't know whose bright idea that was, but I am probably going to have to replace the saddles to get it usable, because all it does is buzz. So, yeah, I cannot recommend this to a beginner, but if you are wanting to mod a guitar, you're going to have to on this one. I mean, it is not playable out of the box. So, yeah, you can see that pickup right there. That's the way it came. See how they're crooked? I still don't think that's right. The screws are just in the center of the pickup. This is my first P90 guitar, but I still don't think that's right. It does have a grounding issue. It's like when the knob is turned to the middle, you can hear it, but I'll do that in play testing. I'm probably gonna have to change the strings, because these are tearing into my hands pretty good. Like, that's like 5 minutes of playing and screwing around, and they're already cutting into my fingers, so they're pretty much garbage. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to replace those saddles in order to get a actual sound demo out of it. It sounds so horrible with all the buzzing. I can't stand it. So yeah, when I get that done, I will show it. Okay, I thought I'd do a real quick tutorial on how to do these saddles. They're pretty easy. I got a few spare bridges off guitars I've changed the bridges from. They have saddles on them. You can probably just buy the saddles themselves for like $8. And you can also replace these screws, which is what I did on this one, because they were too long from the factory. So all I'm going to do here is just cut the string, pull it out, and these just loosen. So just loosen it up, straps in the way, lovely. It does have a spring there, so you kind of keep an eye on that. And guess what? This is going to ruin your intonation. So you got to redo all that. So it just pops out. There you go. This is why we're replacing this. It has no slot for the string to sit on. So I believe that's the buzzing, as I explained in the other video. So I'm just going to set that aside and unscrew one of these. And I'm hoping the hole is universal, where they match up. You might get a saddle that has a lock, like they gouge the end of the screw just so it doesn't back out. I know on some Floyds they're like that, but those are more complex to replace saddle on those because you got the blocks. But yep, so just slap that in there. I guess it doesn't really matter what spring you use. I guess I could use that one if I wanted to, if they had the spring going that way. And it's really not hard. Screw it back in. I just kind of do it halfway for now, because you're going to have to adjust it anyway for the intonation. And then you're going to have to adjust these Allen screws for the height. That's your action. So if you want to adjust the action on one of these saddles, you just tighten or loosen these screws. And you can get a kit. Those are fine thread. And just pick out what size you want from a kit. And then just replace them. I bought black because the original guitar I was replacing had black hardware, but I'm sure you can get a chrome set of these. I got it on Amazon. This is just a cheap brand. So yeah, and that's about all there is to that. I probably will cut off the rest of these strings when I replace the rest of these, and I'll get a video of what the electronics look like on this. I said I was going to take the pick guard off so you guys can look at it. It is not the greatest. They did go cheap. I did notice a cold solder down here on one of the pots, and this looks like it has a crack solder joint or something. Can't really see it on the camera though. I'll try to get some pictures of it. But yeah, the finish was like that. Still don't know what's going on with this pickup. I'm gonna have to take it out, see if the spring's binding or something of that nature. The saddles look like they should work. So, yep. That's what it looks like. Okay, I got another little tip for you when changing strings on this guitar. Since you have to put the strings to the side here, all you got to do is make like a small bend, so when you fish it through, you can hit the saddle and pull it straight through. You can also lift these too to kind of guide it. I just figured I'd mention that. I did end up fixing this. I just double springed it. I found another set of humbucker springs that I had, and I just double springed it and screwed it on, and it seemed to fix it. I did decide to look into these tuners, and they do sell them like that. The reason why I made it such a big deal is because I'm used to this style where they have the screw holes on both sides, and that's how they're mounted. So this is a Epiphone double neck. Same deal with these saddles. Like, they sell them with the string slot, and they sell them without. But I would still replace these. These are garbage. They buzz. I don't know if that was a vintage thing, and they're trying to be authentic or what, but yeah, I replaced all of them, and the buzzing's gone. I did do the play testing for this, and it doesn't sound too bad. A little weak on the gain side for this bridge. I don't know if I can recommend it for anything more than rhythm rock, but it does work. It does have a grounding issue, as I mentioned. But in conclusion, I can recommend this to modders. It is playable once you set it up, and it's not terrible. So hopefully this helps somebody buy a guitar, and thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it.